Uganda n'ebyayo.
Kwaniriza omulala Good TV omulungi mu programu eno Uganda n'ebyayo. Nga bw'okimanyi nti Uganda kula naye ate bw'otuuka mu district y'e Kasese kikusukako waliwo ekifo ekirala bakiyita Rwenzori Founders. Ekifo kino kijjuddemu ebibumbe wabula ebibumbe bino eno bikolebwa mu bronze bya bbeeyi like ekibumbe kino ekindi emabega it's worth a fortune. Tugenda kuba twogerako n'omwami dinanyini w'ekifo kino eno atunyonyoleko engeri gye babikolamu. Even though I already know your name, the viewer would like to know your name and what you do in this place and what this place is.
Okay, I'm called Emmanuel Asaza. I'm an artist by profession and also a bronze caster. That's what we do here. This place is called Rwenzori Founders, under a foundation called Rwenzori Sculpture Foundation. We do art. Bronze casting is the method of getting that art made, art in metal. And we are the only known tax-compliant foundry in Uganda. Yeah. And we're aiming, our sole aim is to really make artists in Uganda embrace bronze casting as a different media to help artists move. Besides making art for money and food, make art for a living, have something, a legacy left behind even after they go.
Okay.
Bronze casting can do that.
Okay, so I didn't want to go there before. I wanted us to first talk about the geography, location of this place. And okay, just besides having a lot of art, I see we have many other features that are really attractive. Is it also like, how do you call it, like a recreation center or something?
Well, when we came here, the thing we found here that was discouraging is that they had grown cotton in the whole area. And we thought to ourselves, and looking at what biologists have said and predicted about the country, that in 20 years' time this place will be semi-arid. So we thought we need to make a change. And the change begins with us. Everybody has a role to play to make a change. So we decided, let's remove all the cotton, stop the use of pesticides, and grow back all the indigenous trees. So that did amazing things for us. The indigenous trees we put there, in the space of 11 years. We've been here just 11 years. In a space of 11 years, the bird species more than tripled. From 23 bird species, now we boast of 178 bird species. And this whole place is now not a recreation center, but a beautiful rest park. We're trying to create an art, a sculptural park.
Okay.
So people come and appreciate art for what it is in a beautiful environment. So that's what we are creating. That's why you're saying it's beautiful, but it's still in the process. If you look around you, you'll see a lot of art, but aimed at creating a sculptural park.
Okay. When I stopped down there, I saw a sculpture of a man. Was he reading? Why is he near that lake? And what's about him?
Okay, that man you saw down there is actually a living artist.
Okay.
He's called Erian Subuga. He came here and wanted to know what it felt like being dead.
Being dead?
Being dead. Now, as ironical as it sounds, he wanted to feel that way, so he looked into research and he found that the pose that was given to the Bukonjo chiefs when they were dead was quite intriguing. So what you saw there is a Bukonjo pose of death. When they are dead, they break their bones, fold them up like that, and they go like that to stop any movement. They want them to stay in the grave.
That's how they bury them?
So that's how they used to bury them a long time ago. Okay. So he decided to be cast like that. It was such an experience. We cast him bit by bit. He had to keep on moving out of the mold. It took about 2 weeks of casting him. But eventually we cast the whole of him into a cement casing that you see there.
Okay.
But predicting a death pose. And he said he felt what it was like being dead because of that experience.
What do you make these things from? Like, what materials do you use to make these things?
Well, what you saw down there is made from cement, but our main trade is bronze. So we use metal, a called bronze, the third in value after gold and silver, to make what we make. And that's why we run a furnace. We have a foundry down there. That's why we are called founders.
Okay, so where do you get this bronze?
At the moment we import it from England, but our goal, our hope, if the country ever starts claiming mines, is to use copper. Add a few elements which we have readily available, things like tin, like zinc, like erythrium. All those metals are available around us. If we used them and mixed them with the copper, which is also available, unfortunately not being exploited, that can give us bronze. Bronze is majority copper and just a few additions to make it bronze.
Okay,
It's an alloy.
How is the market? How is the market in Uganda?
Well, the market in Uganda is a slow market, mainly because our Ugandan population hasn't embraced art at the moment. They are slowly getting to know what art is and the value of art. But our main market for us is the tourist population. Those who come from abroad, America, Britain, different parts of the world are abroad. And they come with their knowledge of art. They come when they know what to appreciate. Yeah. So when they get here, they're actually shocked to find bronze here.
Okay, so you said Ugandans haven't yet embraced art.
Yes.
And you're so right. Why do you think Ugandans are slow at appreciating art? What do you think is keeping them behind?
I think tradition. We have grown up in a setting to make us believe that the professions that will sell are, you need to be a doctor, you need to be an engineer. Well, my guardian actually held back my education thinking, what are you going to be as an artist? He wanted me to become a doctor or an engineer or a pharmacist or something like that. He felt me being an artist won't add up. But art is so real. And if I ask you, give me one thing you know that does not have art in it. One thing. Because everything around us has some art.
Then I would ask you, what is art? Because so many people don't know what art is.
Well, the simplest definition of art is everything that is beautiful.
Okay.
That's the simplest definition.
Okay, it's that people,
it's easy to understand.
Elaborate it, because people would like to understand, tell me art. Me, I would think art is a drawing. I'll get a pencil and draw. Maybe I would mold. Is that all about art? Well,
not all about art. Art is so diverse. That's why I had to tell you the simplest word I can use to define art. Art is beautiful. So anything that is beautiful is actually art. But art has principles. Art has elements that define it. Art has movement. It's almost a living thing. So it's so diverse, and I can't really put it in a nutshell for you to understand it. The easiest way I can say is that art is everything that is beautiful or assumed beautiful. That's why they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. But actually it kind of connotates to art. You look at this chair. The time the person took to weave this beautiful thing into it is artistic. Look at your hair. That didn't come from nowhere. You chose it because there was an artistic element in you that desired, out of all these 1,001 art styles or hairstyles.
Let me try
You chose that one. Let me try this. And it makes you stand out for who you are. Look at your dress. You didn't choose the pattern for nothing.
Okay.
That's art.
So everyone out there is an artist. Now look.
In different ways.
Yes, but there are people who really have gone into art. Like maybe they mold, maybe they paint. In Uganda, which inspiration should you give to them? Like maybe should they go ahead? Some people see it as a business that is not working, and people give up their dreams and go farm or do other things.
Yeah, that's very true. Even me, when I was starting out, I felt I better go and do some different thing because I needed someone to hold my hand. Someone who believed in what I believed. And thank God and thank goodness that someone came around who believed in art. If it was not for our founders who strongly believed in art and wanted to start this foundation here, I don't think I'd be doing what I do. But I loved art, I had a passion for it. And believe me, the only thing that cuts the difference between an artist and anyone who is not is the one who hones their skills. You are good at drawing, it's a gift. You are good at drawing and you decide to practice. Keep at it until you become good at it. You are good at sculptural art, making three-dimensional art. Keep working at it, you become good at it. It's just like you may be good at speaking. Not everybody is a good speaker, but do you believe that that's artistic?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You will see someone speak and you're like, wow, we want to listen some more.
Yeah.
It's being artistic. And there are others who are good at singing. It's artistic. That's their art. So art is everything. And now those who become engineers, they think they're not artistic, but actually an architect is an artist. He needs to have a lot to do with art, to do with the structured drawing side of things, only that he adds a bit of math to it. I thought I was running away from chemistry when I did this, but a lot of chemistry is what I do.
Okay.
Those colors you see in the sculptures, that comes from chemistry. Different chemicals add up to make the color come through.
Okay.
So art is actually everywhere.
All right. So another thing, what history does Uganda have with art? Like, do we have like something like it came from far, or it's something people have developed from?
Now, this is something that's difficult to explain to you, but art has always been with us through our systems from long, long, long ago. If you look at even our clan totems, as I speak, we are presenting a clan totem, but the Baganda have a whole range, 56 animal clan totems, and hundreds of other plant totems. And all that they connects to art in some way, because a guy will say, I belong to the Nchima clan, but then he'll draw a small monkey that represents the Nchima clan.
Okay.
Or he'll have games and acts, drama connected to the Nchima clan and what the monkeys do. That's all artistic. It's all art. So art has come from far. People come and buy our little fertility gods and gods of, I don't know, different thunder, gods of what. Those things are actually art. Man trying to represent how he thinks God might look. So they represent a fertility god with a big, big breast, a big bum, whatever it is, and they say that now is a fertility god.
Okay.
But actually, that is an expression of art. Art is now speaking through whoever it is to present the fertility god.
Okay.
So art goes way back through our clans, through our people, through our beliefs. And today, true old art is selling like way much because of the value attached to it. Unfortunately, colonialism and a lot to do with being brainwashed. Education came and brainwashed us to make us think art is not that valuable. That what really will count is the book. But art is valuable. I can't fail to eat food when I have my hands that can make beautiful work that can be bought.
All right. And now, so the work you make has inspirations behind them. You make every piece that I've seen in the museum, or in the art gallery, or some other people help you around.
Yeah, we have a team here. Most of the work has a bit of me somewhere, but we have a whole long process, 12 different stages you go through to make art, to make this bronze casting. We do. We are craftsmen. We are also artists. So there's some work we do as artists, then there's work we do as craftsmen. So an artist goes and does the work, then our job is to transform that work from whatever material it is into bronze, and go through different stages. And we have a team of about 18 workers who work together to make this a success.
Okay, because I saw you saying this is a work of so and so, the work of so and so. Okay, so for anyone who would want to know the inspirations behind these art pieces, you have to make your way to this place. I'm going to ask Emma to direct us maybe. How does someone access this place?
Well, it depends on where you're coming from. If you're flying in right from the airport, we have an airport at near town. Right from the airport, you drive towards Fort Portal, but the first stop point with a big signpost, Rwenzori Founders, you can't miss it. About 10 or 11ish kilometers from Kasese, then you branch up and you'll find your way, because this road leads straight to us. Ignore the other roads, there's another signpost of branch off, and you'll find your way here. The other way, if you're coming from Fort Portal, you come to a place called Makumiana. If translated into English, is 40 miles. So you reach 40 miles and branch off. You'll see our signpost. And you come in and you won't miss the place.
All right. Thank you so much, Emma, for that. Mulabagudde TV omulungi webale nnyo kubanga ate n'olwaleero obadde mulabi mulungi owa Uganda n'ebyayo. Kyenne ebeera buli lwa Sunday saa n'ekitundu ez'akawungeezi. Nange Namali Agnes program nyingi nnyo ezikyagenda mu maaso ate tukyalambula ebifo bya Uganda ebirala bingi. Eno ye Rwenzori Founders, bw'oba ogyetaaze oba ng'oli mu Kasese oba ogezeko Kasese, kino kye kimu ku bifo ate by'okyandyetaaze. Kusubwa nsigadde nze Namali Agnes wano mu Uganda n'ebyayo, sigala nga weekumidde ku Gugudde TV. Bye bye.
n'ebyayo.